Sure.
Are we live? 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 Good evening, Bazalwane. Today we have Tebe Mangate from Bloemfontein. Let me not mention much about Tebe because I don't want him not to be able to introduce himself properly when he introduces himself on you. But before we go and speak to Tebe, I just want to confirm that we are live. So I see the comments. There is we are here. There is I'm here. Blessing is here. Mudupi is here. CD is here and Chito is here. Those are the 4 people that are here for now, and there is 1 like. Thank you for the like, guys. And it's showing that we've been live for 20 seconds. That means we are actually live. It's just not showing here. Right. So we are not going to wait because anyway, whoever cannot see it now will be able to see it later. Right? So yes, and also on my side it's showing that we are live. Perfect. Right. Thank you very much. Tebe. Tebe.
Hello, sir.
How are you, my brother? You are so far.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to locate you or get on YouTube on the other phone.
Yes,
Can you
but
hear me?
can we not? Can we improve the sound on this other phone?
This is the best that I can do. Can you still? Are you still struggling?
Yeah, usakhulumela phansi.
I'm very sorry.
How are you, my brother? You are so far. Ukhulumela phansi. How are we going to do this? But can we not? Can we improve the sound on this?
I don't know.
Can I call you on the other phone, please?
It's fine. It's fine. Call me on the other phone.
Okay, thank you, man. Yeah, usakhulumela phansi. Apologies, guys. I cannot find. He's not. I cannot hear him properly on this phone. He wanted to use the other phone so that he can be able to see your questions and watch and be able to see the show. Yeah, it seems like he can't see the show, unfortunately, today. See, already.
Hello.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
Is it?
I hear you.
Great.
Properly now. Now they want me to do a WhatsApp chat.
WhatsApp chat.
Hi Zonke. Hi man Zonke. It's we're having a talk show today. You can stay. We won't be long. We will be here for about 20 to 30 minutes. We don't want to be here for too long, and already 2 of those minutes are gone. My brother, how are you?
I'm very well, sir. And how are you?
I'm also good, man. Here on my channel, welcome to Mzi Mnyazi on YouTube. Here on this channel, we are building something. We want to build something that can make us sort of help our people to know who we are as instructors, and also build relationships as instructors amongst ourselves. Get to know one another and share what we live with our people. So today we've invited you to come and join us here and talk to our viewers here on the channel. Right. Yes. So
Okay,
my
sir.
brother, who is Ted?
Tebe, I don't know. Tebe it's an old man who happens to be an aerobics instructor. Most laziest instructor in the whole wide world. And I'm not saying this proudly. I'm ashamed to say that. But in a nutshell, yes, I'm a father. I'm doing 2 jobs. I'm an instructor, and I'm also working for the Department of Correctional Services. Yeah, a very good, talkative person. Yeah, you know,
Aye, yeah.
this is basically just who I am. I'm not sure how much time do we have. If yeah.
You know, when you are saying you are lazy, there is someone that sent me a WhatsApp, and he said, ask Tebe, how do you keep energy for the whole day? How do you manage to remain energetic throughout the day? Mudupe said I should ask you that question, and he's here watching today. So now when you're saying you lazy, I'm sure you went like, ah. So how do you keep energetic if you think you are a lazy instructor?
Chief, people think that I am energetic because they sometimes see a video clips, and to be honest with you, I was fit some few years ago, and then unfortunately, as an instructor, as your team gets better, it is a disadvantage. It's a weakness to the instructor because you no longer demonstrate exercises. You can just shout them because the team knows them by names and all those things.
So you are saying
So
to me,
yeah, that's just one of the disadvantages. But yeah,
I think that's
I try.
That's a good sign. It shows that you have managed to grow a good group of people, and at the same time, your teaching skills have evolved where you don't have to use so much energy anymore. That's great. That's great. That's great.
Definitely, I'm blessed in that regard. I'm blessed.
I think this is the right time for this question that I had for you.
Okay.
In your life, what long shot have you taken and it paid off? Something where you say, you know what, here I was just taking chances and it paid off.
Chief, the very same thing that you're talking about. I only became an instructor at the age of 36.
Wow.
I never even knew the word aerobics in my youth days. I didn't know anything about it. And then, as I was working for the Department of Correctional Services in 2009, they wanted people who could go for the course, instructor's course. And at the time, I was not even on the floor. So I just took a chance to go and attend that course. It was held in Kronstadt. And then after that, the mandate was that when you go back to our respective locations and cities, we must open aerobics clubs. So that's exactly what happened. I came back to Bloemfontein and then I started a club at my workplace called Grootfontein Prison. I was not very keen about this thing, but here I am today being interviewed, a big channel like this one. Yeah, I took a big chance.
Yes, my brother. Yes. Okay, let's do a quick math here. 20 and you said it was in 2009.
2009. It's only 11 years now.
That was 11 years ago. So
people think I've been in the industry for 20 years, and no.
36 plus 11, so you are 47 now.
Chief, I'm going to be 47 later this year.
Wow. When I grow up, I want to be like you. So can you see now, it shows that even that guy that's out there, that's thinking that they are already old to become an instructor, they can become an instructor, own a club, and be known across South Africa and some of the SADC countries as an instructor that gets called to come and teach in those places. That's a
definitely.
That's a beautiful story, my brother.
We always say age is only a number, but we never really put it into practice. Yes. That we should start anything, even at our old age, anything that is progressive.
Right, let me just check if there are any questions I can throw at you now. So if you see me leaning forward on the other pictures, because I want to check if there are any questions that we can take for you Okay, this guy is saying thanks for asking the question. Hello there. Yes, this is a great idea, creative and innovative thinking. Thank you, Mahlodi. 36. Wow, Blessing is here. Blessing made a post on Facebook and she was saying that she can't wait for the show. She really wanted to hear your story. Wow, that's a very interesting long shot, Ted. Okay, the third question. What did you love when you were young and now you think that it's silly? It's like, why did I even love this?
Chief. Growing up, I wanted to be a pastor.
But that's not silly.
I wanted to become, even at the time we didn't know the word pastor, it was the reverend, and yeah. I wanted to be a reverend. I wanted to have my own church. Yeah, but that was just childish. I'm talking about the ages of maybe 8 to 10. Yeah, but reflecting it on it now, I say I wouldn't have made a good pastor anyway.
But that's a good sign. It shows that you grew up with good values. Because I mean, if you can even think of that as a kid, it shows what kind of upbringing that you had. That's a very good. That's a positive.
Yeah, no, we were fortunate. Certain things, much as they were forced upon us, but they have helped us to be who we are today.
Definitely. So now, today, if you could know more about one thing, just one thing only, and like you could know more and become an expert in it, what would that be?
Music, music, one point in my life, I was a DJ. And there was also an interest right inside of me that wanted to pursue, music engineering. But I didn't take it further. So when I see now as an instructor, people, producing their own sounds for their, fitness, whatever, I always thought, hey, should I have taken this thing very seriously? I would be in a position, to do music for my own good and my own self.
Yes. Wow, music. You know what? The little that I know in music, I will give you a call. Maybe we should talk about it and see if we can do something to.
Sure.
Yeah. No, at least I do have a little knowledge.
Yeah. No, I've listened to your CDs. They are very good.
I'm food. So CD is saying here, where is that? I hate the fact that I only knew Mr. Tebe after I've left Bloemfontein. So there is someone that used to stay in Bloemfontein and they didn't know you whilst they were in Bloemfontein. And they only get to know you when they are here. What do you guys do there in Bloemfontein to make sure that the community that side is aware of fitness, about fitness?
Yeah, as I've indicated earlier, that I started this career very late in my life, but there were people who came before me, and people that I still respect even today. People like Mr. Ntatile Bumahoko, Abu Ben Zwane, Abu Mr. Cry. Those are the people that I really, really honor. Even at one stage, I also honored them. Mr. Zwane, I gave him a certificate of appreciation for being an instructor for 20 years. Mr. Mahoko. These are the people who have kept the fire burning before I came. But to come to your question is that, we are trying. And remember, I'm not the only club or academy in Bloemfontein. And we try to give space for each other. There are quite very good clubs around Mangaung. But to be honest, aerobics was not as popular as it is now. Yeah, we came on board and then we gave it some shape. And, yeah. Bloemfontein aerobics is the fast growing sport, I'm telling you.
I see. There is someone here called G Kang's Workouts. He or she is saying next time you should feature me. This is good. Thank you, G Kang. You can email us on or check us on Facebook, Mzi Mnyazi. Look for Mzi Mnyazi on Facebook. Send me a messenger, and we can take it from there. Right. Okay, Mr. Tebe. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Sorry for jumping. I thought this was a question. I only saw now that it's actually not a question. And let me see. There are no questions from the people yet. I think the guys, they really need to get to know you. Maybe it's mainly people from Pretoria. Let me move on and Joe back around here. Let me move on, Mr. Tebe. Let's not take long.
Right.
Tell me about Tebe's Fitness Academy. Tell us about Tebe's Fitness Academy.
Tebe Fitness Academy is an institute that was established in 2014.
Yeah.
Inspired by big academy from KZN Durban. Bruce Academy of Fitness. After I attended the 2013 marathon, I was greatly inspired, and then I came home. The few people that I went to Durban with, they actually wanted me to start something, and then we called it Tebe Fitness Academy. The reason is that we look. I want to be honest with you and the viewers. I'm not good with this teaching thing. I'm not good with shaping people's bodies. Music, you know that there's an artist and there's a producer. My role in fitness is to produce instructors.
Yes.
Number one, I'm very short-tempered, not in a bad way. Okay, the other thing that maybe I should have highlighted when I introduced myself is that I also come from the choral music.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a chorister and then I became the conductor. So having been a choir conductor, people would know that those are very strict people. When we do the notes, when you do the intonation, you cannot be a semitone higher or lower. You have to be precise. So that is my weakness. When I teach in aerobics, I want people to be perfect. And sometimes I lose the fact that people do not always come to aerobics to gain skill. People come there, to relax. People come there to distress. People come there just to lose weight. So I cannot be that kind of a person that could help them to achieve their goals. Then what I decided is that I want to teach instructors who can do the job, who are very lenient, and to be honest, God has blessed me. I've got those people. I've got this lady Tando and Jackie. There's this boy Oratile. These people, they've got the heart, got something that I do not possess. So, yeah, in a nutshell, I am very strict when it comes to aerobics. My people will tell you that, it's better when the guy is not around.
I see. You are the sergeant major. When I was still in the military, there was that rank of a sergeant major. That guy that makes sure that everything is done thoroughly and properly the way it's supposed to be done.
That's just me.
There is someone that's saying yes. Blessing is saying yes. Very true. I noticed the short temper on his Facebook post. CD wants to know if you can dance.
Yeah, I did a bit of dancing, the Latin American and the ballroom. Or I'm not sure if she's referring to the modern jives.
Yes, okay, can you answer both?
Okay, yes, I did. I have a background of Latin American and ballroom dancing, though I did not do it for much longer time. But yes, I do have background of it. And then when it comes to the modern jives, the hip hop and what, yo, do not go there.
Okay.
I like watching more than I can do it physically.
All right, I see. I'm just checking if there are any questions for you now here. The guys are not asking you questions. What? They are listening.
And I'm happy. I'm happy about it.
You're giving everything. Are you happy?
I'm happy that they are not asking questions. Some questions can be very tricky.
No one is going to trick you on this show. If I see a question is tricky, I'm not going to read it.
Right, all right. Things I'm covered.
Right. Okay, I was going to ask you to tell us about your students. Anything that you want to add on your students that you've trained?
Yeah, that's a tough one. But at least, like you said, I'm not forced to divulge any information that I feel uncomfortable with.
You don't have.
But at the end of the day, there's common sense. When you teach students, their first goal is to try and be better than you. Sometimes it's not in a bad way.
And be like
it's just, to be themselves. And that's what I teach my students. I don't want my students to reflect me on stage.
Yes.
I want, like when Jackie's on the stage, I want people to see Jackie, not Tebe. I've got quite a few people that have helped, and that I'm proud to say, even to anybody, that Tebe was part of my journey. There's a lady in Lesotho called Niti. I don't know if you know her. She's very good. She's even better than me.
Niti.
This is one of the people that I've helped to groom. And, I've heard her proudly saying that, she's my student. Yeah. There's a boy in town. His name is Motobang. He's one of my students, and he has opened his team now. And I'm very proud of him. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's beautiful. Instructors that groom other instructors. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. You've got an offer here. Blessing Malo is saying, as a graphic designer, I would love to work with him in the future.
Oh.
Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah. So Blessing is saying, as a graphic designer, she would love to work with you in the future. You don't have to answer that now. I believe that you guys, the two of you do talk on Facebook. I think
definitely. No, yeah, we'll be in contact. We'll be in contact.
This conversation that is sparked here, I think you can finalize it and close, unless you want to answer now.
No, she must be warned. She must be warned that this is not a platform to promote her business. But anyway, I'll be in contact.
We don't have a problem with it here. If you want to come and promote your business, you can promote. As long as the viewers find it interesting, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. No, it's good. But remember, it's obviously because I've been hosting marathons, I've been doing some other things. There must be somebody that I'm still working with. But I'll see what she can do, and then I'll take it from there.
There's someone from Lesotho here. Before I go there. So, Blessing, you heard Tebe is saying... Sorry, my brother was not listening.
Pardon?
I'm saying I'm sorry about that. The time you were talking, I was reading that question from the viewer. So you were responding to Blessing, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, my brother. I'm sorry for not acknowledging what you just said.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah. So there's someone from Lesotho, Mudupe, is saying that he has been to Nite's classes and she is very excellent. Right. So
I'm very proud of that woman. She's my role model now. She has grown so much, and I really like what she's doing.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It shows that you planted the correct seed.
Away.
Yeah. Right. COVID-19. How are things at your club?
Oh, locked down. Yeah, no. We even took a decision to lock down before the official president lockdown. Yeah, so there's no gym. It's been for months now. But there's something that I want to make mention about Tebe Fitness Academy. Blessed. I'm truly blessed. You cannot believe that I spoke to my members. I offered them, guys, during this lockdown period, every cent counts.
Yeah.
I offered them that people should not pay their monthly fees because, the little that we have, we can use to buy food and everything,
Yeah.
But there are people, Mr. Mzi, from my team, much as they are few, but they said, they call me Papa Tebe. Papa Tebe, we are going to continue to pay our monthly subscriptions regardless of how long will this lockdown take.
Yes.
I also therefore took a bold stand to say, if that is the case, I will also continue to pay my instructors, even if there's no training. So the lockdown has hit everybody, but I must say things are not as bad as they are in other clubs.
I see. Then have you considered doing classes for them online, like we are doing this side?
It's a problem because when I do classes online, it will not just be my people who can see them. It will be the whole aerobics community. Now, we've got a unique style of doing things at our gym. Even if you can see, when I'm trying to do step, I'm trying to be accommodative to everyone. And sometimes I even compromise my own style of teaching here and there. You see, so the biggest challenge for me, that's why you are not seeing some of my instructors doing things online, is because we are Tebe Fitness Academy. We have our own identity, and it might not suit everybody who is even watching now.
But give it a try. Give us a try. Maybe, just maybe that's what must happen. Maybe that's what will happen going forward. Maybe we'll love it, learn it, and come and learn it in Bloemfontein. Well, that's something that I think you should think about. I don't want to put you in a corner.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yes.
And let me also correct this thing. I'm not saying our style is the best or we are the best. I'm just saying we've got our own way of doing things, and we are very much comfortable with it. So we will, try to cater for the majority of, people. But I cannot say our let's say for my combo, it will be easy to follow up until the end.
Oh, I get you.
Hence, when I start, I said, go as far as you can. I understand that, we start simple and then there will be a level of complexity whereby the novices cannot comprehend.
I hear you, my brother. There is Zimasa here. She's saying, Zimasa Opa is saying, my instructor Tebe blessed me with his aerobics music in Cape Town. I will never forget that. Thank you very much, my instructor.
She's very welcome.
My brother, going forward, I know that you are married.
Do you know that for sure?
Yes, I know that. And there's a newly, as in daughter that recently made that decision to go that route. And some also of the viewers would love to know from the experience. How long have you been married?
For a long time.
Okay, it's fine
I
if you
got
don't want
married
us
when I
to
was
say.
2 years. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I am, Chief. I'm happily married. I think even most of the viewers on this channel, they even know my wife.
Mm.
I always travel with her to marathons and wherever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How do you juggle between? I was actually about to ask that because you have someone that's always traveling, and there is a job. How do you make sure that things are always good at home? Just basic stuff. You you know, based on the way your schedule should be so busy as someone that's running his own business, having a full-time job, and also attending marathons.
Chief, that's the tough one. There's never good balance between the two or between the three: family, instructorship, and the other job that I'm doing.
Mm.
And I feel so ashamed to mention that sometimes the family struggles. I'm a father of 6 children, you know, and most of the time I travel with my wife or I travel alone. So in a way, I sort of neglect the kids, you know. But it's difficult. It's difficult because I love what I'm doing. I love going to marathons because for me, it's not just for me to be seen, but it's for me to go and learn what other instructors are doing. Because I must tell you that I started this thing. I looked at what was happening in Bloemfontein, and I was not happy. Not in a bad way. I'm still grateful for what my predecessors did, but I had to invite Blessing Tamsanga, Ushimi Molefe, Oskia, Sis Mpojost, to come and help me, and just to improve the standard in Bloemfontein. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I want to say it is difficult to have a proper balance between family and aerobics, more especially with the kind of traveling that you are doing. Most of the time, our families suffer time because we spend a lot of money on this. You travel from Bloemfontein to Swaziland, you know.
Mm, mm.
And then when you come back, the following week there's an event. Our calendar is very congested,
Yeah, yeah,
you know. So what we have done as a family is that in January I take the whole family with my wife, and then we take a weekend away because that is the only month in the aerobics calendar where there is no activities.
yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
That's the best I can do. Every January we take the family away. Anyway, it is our anniversary month.
Oh, I see, I see. Mr. Mangate, I don't want us to hold you for too long because I believe that because of this lockdown, the family must be spending a lot of time together now, which is, I
Oh,
believe,
so
it's a very good thing. Before we let you go, let me just check. It seems like there are not many questions. There are no new questions or comments that I've seen. The last one was that one of the aerobics music. So, what I would like to hear from you before we let you go, what advice can you leave, or what can you say to our viewers just in closing this interview?
if you allow me, my chief, can I just step outside the fitness industry and talk about what we are experiencing now as a country and as the world?
Anything, my brother.
I read something with interest this morning that I'm not sure if the whole community or country as large hears it. If we can treat ourselves as people who are infected by this virus, we can be able to beat this thing.
That's interesting.
This is not contradiction. We should treat our own good selves as people who are carrying this virus, but who want to heal from it. There's been advices that you must drink warm water, do this, rub Vicks on your chest at the back. All those things, if we can apply them, we behave as people who are positive, but who have hope that we can be negative in the nearest future. This is the best way we can beat this thing.
Wow.
So, for viewers now, before you go to sleep, make sure that you get a cup of warm water with lemon or whatever that you use, your ginger teas, your green teas, your whatever, all these things. We can have that thing that you want to treat yourself. I'm telling you, this is one thing that I've read from a nurse in Spain. They say this is the best way to can be able to beat this thing.
You know what? Tonight I'm going to have that lemon water or ginger. I'll check what is available here in the house, and take that advice. That's very interesting.
Sure.
Anything else, Mr. Mangate?
I just want to send a word of thanks to a few people. Some I've already mentioned, like Blessing, Tabzan Ngabu, Shimi Molefe. Yeah. But I want to make a special mention to the TFA family. Let me start first by the 5 a.m. class. Every morning at 5 o'clock, I'm at the gym. And you cannot believe me, I don't do anything. I just shout instructions for 45 minutes. People do their workout, and that is just one class where we do the weight loss challenge. And it's working. I'm blessed to have those people. Those members are very committed to what they do. And I want to appreciate them live on your channel. And coming to the afternoon classes, our first class, which is the basic class, we call them novices. Those people, they come in numbers. Even when it's raining, those people, I know that they will be at the gym. I just want to say live that, guys, I love you and I really appreciate everything that you do. And then the last class, that is at 6:30, we call it the advanced class. This is the class that has actually developed me to be who I am in terms of standard. Without you guys, I'm nothing. Because remember, if I'm invited to go and teach at maybe Soweto Aerobics Lovers event, I have to practice the combo that I'm going to present on the stage. So this is the class that will give me the platform to practice with them. And then the class is not smoothly flowing because I'm practicing. And these people, they bear with me. They understand that, there will be mistakes because Papa Tebe is preparing for this big occasion that is going to. So I really want to say now that you guys, I really appreciate you and I love you. And lastly, to my family, I know, guys, especially my wife, there are times when things don't go well, but I love you with everything, every fiber of my life, of my being. My kids, I don't have friends. Unfortunately, I don't have friends. I don't want to have friends. I've got a family, I've got friends. To everyone who's watching, God bless you.
My brother, thank you very much for giving us your time and sitting and like giving us your time and talking to us on this channel. We really appreciate that. It means a lot to us, and I hope that more and more people, as the channel grows, the more we reach to more and more people, hopefully they will watch this interview and lots of people will know about your story.
It is my greatest pleasure.
Thank you, my brother. I don't know if, I think I should let you go now. And then maybe I will just call you after the show just to, if there's anything that, yeah.
I'm still alive. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, my brother.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye. Bazalwane bam, that was Mr. Mangate Tebe, and he gave us his time and he spoke to us about his journey. Please remember, subscribe to Mzi Mnyazi, and please like the video so that YouTube can recommend it to more and more people. And on that note, thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Let's not ruin Mr. Mangate's story. Let's leave it right there. Peace.